Illusion shattered!
Rest and reap. Let's play.
Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Yahoo!
Flames, purge!
Hold the line. Covenants of the deep.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Uphill battle. Rest and reap it. A brash
Laying waste to the wicked!
Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Time for takeoff. Here we go.
Dawn, break forth!
Illusion shattered!
Billowing surge. Hold the line. Uphill battle.
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
Look how lame Ammonia's idea of crisis awareness defies words.
Laying waste to the wicked!
Where are you? Yahoo!
Shine down!
Let's end this quickly! Dawn, break forth!
Illusion shattered.
God, refuge!
There is no escape.
Dawn, break forth!
Time for takeoff. Let's play.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Out of my
Flames, purge!
This is Her Majesty's gift. Here we go. Think you can get away?
Shine down.
This body belongs to ice and snow.
Troublesome! Dawn, break forth!
Hold the line.
There is no escape.
Yahoo!
Flames, purge!
Billowing surge. Allow me.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Time for takeoff.
Laying waste to the wicked!
Rest and revamp. Covenant of the Deep. Allow me.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Here we go. Think you can get away?
Dawn, break forth! Dawn, break forth!
Rest and reap.
There is no escape!
I wasn't done. Yeah.
Fry!
We'll need more where that came from.
Fry!
Dawn, break forth! Flames, purge!
I suppose this will do.
Torn to oblivion! But a momentary distraction.
Dawn, break forth!
Better than nothing.
Flames, purge! Dawn, break forth!
Let's play!
Illusion shattered!
Better than nothing. We'll need more where that came from.
Lay waste to the wicked!
We'll need more where that came from.
Allow me!
Doesn't hurt. Another test subject.
Now you shall perish!
Another test subject.
There is no escape! Here we go!
Finally done.
We'll need more where that came from.
Every course of action has its risks. Be careful.
peaceful. Huh? Look, there are some footprints over there. Let's move out.
Take them. No need.
These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we can... Wait! Did you hear something just now?
Paimon? Traveler? I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing... Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp! Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Huh? A water imp? Thelxie, you say? How surprising.
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know—
No. I think our situations are probably unrelated. Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp? Wait.
Yeah, but, she made a... It's alright, though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're two of my trustworthy companions.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target isn't necessarily the—
The fish? I think I may have connected. These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. So, all that about the disappearing fish?
So that's all it was? That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked into the—
Yes, I think that's quite like...
Whew. So in the end, it was just Frauene. Paimon spent all this time imagining what a
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. Thanks for offering. But I can't trouble you any more than I already...
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions are all about—
But... don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can— Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip!
Is that what you'd like to do as well? Huh. All right. I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. Hey, Thelxie! Are you there? So that's Ferminae's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pam.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear. It's not really anywhere famous or important. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Thelxie. Nice to meet you. Do you know how to say hello?
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, I had to. As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discernible words.
No need to get so technical. So basically you...
No, there's no need. I have two other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Thelxie's...
That doesn't sound too hard.
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shells.
A weapon? Will Thelxie...
Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand.
What an imaginative employer. Naming Thelxie after...
Well, regardless of his role or species...
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again!
He can react to certain key words, but
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to it.
Sounds good. The motherboard is on... Here we go. I have this testing manual. Want to give it a try? Okay.
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just... Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to... Okay, that's good. should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search. This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. These should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Ah, Fremine, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estray. I must have kept you waiting. I can
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are...
They're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to help me work on Thelxie.
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you to have some reliable friends.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame d'Estray. Are you Fremine's employer? Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both so adorable.
Oh, do you really think so?
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of...
Obsessed with the
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet?
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so...
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you.
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about us, so we'll try our best.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away.
Infatuated? With a what?
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood.
Huh. So he wanted to become friends with...
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has a... It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it...
Oh no. Is it a very serious disorder?
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder...
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would...
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son. But since the disorder is rare...
Huh?
Uncontrollable delusions.
Then what is...
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger.
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted a lovely fairy tale.
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see, the story ended with...
caused your son to...
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case, the biggest...
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt...
What? So that's what you meant by
Alas. Most of the time, he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past...
Ah! So Zuria's son also saw Felxie as a penguin. Oh, he looked...
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story. We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him perceive a world full of hope again. That's what I mean by guiding his fantasy.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Fremine need to make a Felxie as well?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Felx, but my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you...
There are some ruins on the seabed of the...
Oh, so we'll just need to...
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said.
So we'll be playing it straight? Or, making it a fully immersive...
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look... We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also a great view.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help me out, I've made some more progress on Felxie. I estimate that he should be ready sometime tomorrow.
That's great news. I must thank... All right, everyone.
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady.
Let's discuss that over by the tent. There were a few...
What is it, Fremine? What did you want to say?
If you don't mind me, this is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? I know you two are both really strong, and will do everything. If things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome.
Fremine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden?
It's not that I'm not optimistic. It's...
So that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about.
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it. I've just... They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, to environmental factors, and even ley line disorder effects. Some even say it could be caused by contamination from god remains. And from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes.
What? It could get that serious?
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst case scenario...
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too. No matter how...
Really? Then in that...
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this illness can... After all, we'll just be using a toy as Thelxie and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps. The whole adventure will only be turned into a pit...
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harbor a fantasy means that the child wants to save himself. But if we can help him regain control and escape from the dark...
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now.
Well, maybe because I have also had many of my own dreams in the past.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Hey, why did you put that?
It's... Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with lots of penguin and Pear is the town's
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's not so much...
Feminine.
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between... It might just be hidden, which is why it's difficult to see. Or it will only reveal itself at very
specific times? Like when you put on your
Yeah. That's the
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments, it's possible to see some...
Really? Like a miracle?
Well, if that's in order.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Thelxie's...
Right. I still have to collect some tools on... Thanks for all of your help.
The world.
with Zuria. Let's head over to Fremene's camp right away! Rest and rebuild!
Is your child feeling any...
Thank you for your concern, Fremine.
Zuria! Fremene, we're here!
Seems like a...
Not quite. Aren't we missing some... Hey, Thel... Whoa! Thelxie's got himself a sword and a shield now! He's like...
Indeed. With his weapons in hand, Thelxie looks more formidable than ever.
We helped you!
Yes, you really had a good eye for materials. Everything you found was high quality. Speaking of which, Zuria just told me that she wants to end the adventure with the coronation ceremony. So, could I also trouble you with finding some materials for the crown? You can just keep an eye out for them on our way to the ruins. I was planning to collect the materials myself, but then I realized you might be able to find some prettier ones than what I could get my hands.
Seems like everything's ready to go.
Please wait a moment. I was just thinking. Since Thelxie has already shown us...
Ooh, Paimon's excited.
Why don't we...
So we'll take out the sad parts and replace...
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm not very adept at drawing, but I've seen a lot of art during...
Let me think. We can draw the weapon. The prince has picked up the Sword of Courage and the Shield of Perseverance.
Okay, I'll add the weapons.
Paimon wants to give him some friends. Thelxie's got some friends by his side now.
Okay, I'll also draw some companions. Anything else? Color. Ah, color, yes! That's really important. The road in... Who would have thought the page could have become so inspiring? How wonderful! Splendid ideas, everyone.
Great! Everyone looks super pumped up. Thelxie...
Are you seeing this, my son? Are you feeling inspired?
I'm sure he is, Zuria. And this is still just...
That's right! Paimon can't wait to see the picture book when it's all finished.
I'm starting to look forward to it as well.
Yay! Thelxie's fantastic adventures begin... Look! Those are materials that we can use for the crown, right? Let's get some for Fremine.
These should be enough.
Whoa! Is that the entrance to the underwater ruins ahead? So these are the underwater ruins that Fremine found. They're pretty amazing, but still... Oh, yeah, Paimon knows. It's just... Paimon thought we'd act...
I'm sorry. I was hoping to put up some decorations, but...
Whoa, someone's already switched into...
Seems like the travelers already got the gist of things.
Don't underestimate Paimon. Young adventurers, 'tis Paimon.
We are the companions of Prince Thalxi, your divine highness.
Oh, reclaiming your glory. Thy goddess here has golden...
Huh?
Not at all! This is the goddess's test! From your responses, the goddess has so please accept the goddess's reward. The goddess will now and as for this prince, the goddess will also bestow upon you the rainbow...
My gratitude to your divine highness for such
Me too.
Now, adventurers, forge bravely ahead and defeat the... Please be careful, brave adventurers. Just ahead are some evil enemies that have invaded the kingdom of water imps. They're called... Hilly Churls of the Deep.
Those accursed enemies are back again. Your Highness, please show them what you're made of.
Crumble! Order guide you! Solidify! Ways to the wicked!
We're under attack again. It's a Lawitcher of the deep.
There's no need to fear, my friends. His Highness is so strong now that even a diviniture of the deep would pose no threat to him. Take flight!
Dawn, break forth! Stabilize! I will have order!
It's finally over!
Yes, it should now be time for us to attend Thalxi's coronation ceremony. The only thing is, it was my mistake. I should have told Fremine earlier.
It's all because the Traveler and Goddess Paimon were too...
It's okay, Zuria.
Then I must thank all of you.
Thalxi's turning out to be a real expert at fighting!
I don't think there's anything that will be able to stop him.
Yes, I agree as well.
Let's head back to camp for now. I asked the...
We can add an update to Thalxi's fantastic adventures as well! Zuria and Fremine, why don't we draw the new pages first? Paimon really wants to update... Hey, you didn't have to say it out loud!
No problem. I'm happy to oblige. After overcoming many obstacles, Prince Thalxi and his brave companions finally arrived at this time, the little fairy in the group, Paimon, revealed her true...
Woohoo! The goddess has arrived! She praised the companions for their purity, and to reward them, she bestowed upon them many blessings, and even prayed that the prince would be able to fulfill his goal.
Bathed under the goddess's glory, the prince and his companions charged into the bastion of evil, chased away the monsters, and rescued the pretty water imps from their imprisonment.
Oh no, the crown isn't ready yet!
No. The crown was within the prince's reach, but the monsters took it with them as they fled. They haven't given up, and are sure to return, but the prince is certain to reclaim the crown the next time they fight. The brilliant rainbow shall descend onto the kingdom once more.
Oh, and Paimon can... Whoa! The pages are beautiful!
Thank you, everyone. We've also completed the second page of the picture book now. Thelxie's my child. You'll also be able to brighten up when that time comes.
I'm sure he will, Zuria.
I sure hope so, Your Divine Highness. Oh, Fremine, about the time you'll need for the crown.
Please don't worry. One day should be more.
Ah, then I must thank you for your hard work. All right, let's rendezvous here and see you in 2 days, my lovely friends.
All right, it's about time we start heading off too.
Yeah, I'll need to go to the city shortly to get some parts.
Yeah, Paimon knew that you didn't often take commissions from others.
Well... It's because...
What's the matter?
Am I turning red?
All right.
Okay, thank you. See you in 2 days. I hope that everyone...
A minute to memory.
Another
Make yourselves at home. Dance with the waves. Turret, bring refuge.
Care for a dance?
Hold the line.
My apologies. Embrace the ice.
With all my strength.
Care for a dance?
Share my knowledge.
Care for a dance?
Another test.
Covenants of the deep.
Care for a dance?
Allow me.
Care for a dance?
Another test. Fry.
Take flight.
This may turn a little. The Temple of Wisdom. Rest and rebuild. Billowing surge.
Care for a
Another test.
Care for a
Another test.
Care for a dance?
Another test.
A brash maneuver. Sakura swirl. My apologies.
Sharing my knowledge. Committed to memory.
Here. This dance is for you. I'm getting sick. Whirling snow.
Care for a dance?
Another test subject.
Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Covenants of the Deep!
Care for a dance.
Hold the line! Yeah. Temple of Wisdom! This way, pretty little.
Take flight! Embrace the ice!
Torrent, bring refuge!
I'm getting sick.
Care for
Allow me!
Whirling snow! Dance with the waves!
dance with me.
A minute to memory.
My apologies!
Care for a dance.
Sakura swirl!
Covenants of the Deep! Let's move out.
Another dog. Another test subject.
I'm getting sick.
Let's move out.
All eyes on me! With all my strength! Embrace the ice!
Care for the
Torrent,
dance.
bring refuge!
Dance with me. Care for the dance.
Another test.
Hold the line!
Dance with the waves! Here!
Sharing my knowledge!
Dance with me.
Billowing surge! Rest and rebuild!
I'm coming to all! Sumetsu! Take flight!
Care.
Make yourselves at home! I see everything!
This dance is for you!
Torrent, bring refuge!
Dance with me. Be a good audience, won't you?
Allow me!
Whirling snow! Illusion shattered!
The Frat!
Inazuma shines eternal! Sakura swirl! My apologies!
Billowing surge!
Take flight! Embrace the ice! Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Scatter!
My apologies! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Torrent, bring refuge! Rest and rebuild!
Sakura swirl! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
Let the mighty be humbled. Know your place.
Whirling snow!
That's close enough.
Embrace the
Lucky
ice!
today.
Torrent, bring refuge!
That's good. Lucky today. That's following up.
Let's move up.
Unsightly insects.
The tides beckon.
Following order. New punch. Lucky today.
Billowing surge!
Where do you think you're?
Your coming was foretold.
Hold the line!
Let the mighty be humbled. Settle down.
I'm getting sick of
You dare to gaze upon me?
Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Silence.
Your coming was foretold.
Be sanctified. Behold.
Target practice.
Cry louder.
Your coming was
Your head.
foretold.
My apologies!
Target practice.
Rebuild! Covenants of the Deep!
Your coming was foretold. Target practice.
Embrace the ice!
The tides beckon.
Your coming was
Torrent, bring refuge! Strike a pose!
Another
Let
test.
the world collide!
Let the mighty be humbled. Silence.
Billowing surge!
Settle down. Be
Another test
sanctified.
subject.
Take flight! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Allow me! Torrent, bring refuge!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Billowing surge! Hold the line!
Embrace the ice! Whirling! Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in...
Silence. Be sanctified.
Another test.
Covenants of the Deep!
Another test.
Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Let the world collide!
Let the mighty be humbled. Settle down.
Billowing surge!
A moment,
please. Have a safe trip.
Rest and rebuild! Covenant of the Deep!
Get a little chilly.
Allow me! Billowing surge! Let's move out. Hold the line!
Have a safe trip. The depths beckon.
Torrent, bring refuge! Allow me!
It's going to get a little chilly.
Strike a pose! Let the world collide!
Today's the final day of Felxie's fantastic adventures! Let's go find Fremine at his camp!
Paimon.
Is the crown ready?
Yes, we're just...
Then let's wait for her a little while. Or actually, maybe we can go find her. It's not too far from here.
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh, and speaking of...
Found you two at long last. I'm so...
Huh? Why are you here, Miss Delaroche? And
what could have happened? That water imp Thelxie, of course. After I gave you that...
Oh, that? We've got it all figured out.
Oh...
Huh? Fremine? Diving? What I was told is that about a month ago, a child tied a bunch of heavy seashells onto his body and walked into this open stretch of water. 100% sure. I've confirmed the account with several veteran fishermen I know. The child...
Wait, Lescaut de Stray?
Yeah, that's the name. They say the family took on the name after moving to the city from a place called Stray. Anyway, his mother is a pretty famous art dealer, while his father passed away from an accident many years ago. Well, naturally, his mother was devastated by the incident and fell terribly ill. It's said that she left the court of Fontaine, and no one knows where she's...
It can't be, right? Lescaut d'Estray? Zuria...
I'm sorry, miss. We've got to go check...
Oh, I see. Well, you go on ahead. I just came to make sure that you're both up.
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet bed rest. Please leave.
This is the residence of Zuria d'Estray, and I'm Jala Khan, her family doctor. What did you mean by your question just now? Who else?
Your patient should be Zuria's son, right? She told us herself that...
No, you're right. Young Master Lescaut did have that illness once upon a time, but he's... Well, the young master's no longer with us. And now the... Oh... So, when she had requested...
So, if I'm understanding this right, the one who's suffering...
That is correct. When the young master disappeared, she was organizing an art exhibit that she had That might have been the trigger for her regret. Or perhaps the family's fall into loneliness and grief was a...
But how could that be? She really looked like she had a handle on...
Those actions are proof that she can no longer differentiate...
Then, all the other things that she told us...
No, those were all real. Although, they were all things that happened before the young man...
I see. So after her son left...
She has been in a good mood the past few days, even humming a song when she returned from her stroll. She even began discussing with me the idea of using deliberate... She spent a whole night staring at the shell the young master left behind, and the words that he had inscribed onto it.
But then what should we do? How can we help her? There has to be something we...
Don't panic, Paimon. Even though this is a devastating what should we do? I need to think. I need to... Dr. Jala Khan, have you seen a picture book?
Are you thinking about trying the guidance therapy?
Yes, this is it. That's right. If what Dr. Jala Khan said was true, the past few days have... We need to show her that her child has found a happy end...
But wouldn't that just make it...
One must first face reality before accepting it. The Madame has been crushed by her feelings of grief.
Right. Before today, I had thought she wanted to use Thelxie's fantastic... And if we could complete it, there's no time to waste. Everyone, please don't be so down and gloomy. Remember what she told us?
You're right. Paimon needs to smile. If we have to give something to Zuria, it should be our smiles. And then she'll be able to recover, right,
Yeah, I'm sure she would.
Oh! Be careful, brave adventurers! Here comes the evil monsters that stole the crown! There! Let me see, Cyclops! Let's beat them up!
Watch out, everyone! They're coming at us again!
There's no need to fear! Prince Nelson looks stronger than ever today! He must be going all out!
Take flight! Embrace the ice!
Oh, this is the final ending, right? We'll reclaim the crown for you now, Your Highness!
Day reckoning! I will have order. Gather! Flames, purge!
My apologies! Rest and rebuild! Torrent, bring refuge! Let's move out.
Lay waste to the wicked!
Take flight!
Order guide you!
I'm sorry. I have to go. I made a promise to my friend.
But, Madame, you're still...
Don't try to stop me! Today's the most important day for treating Thelxie. We'll use the guidance method.
I'm not trying to stop you, Madame. It's just...
Dr. Jalacan, how can you forget the name of your own patient? His name is Thelxie. He's the prince of the kingdom of water imps. We will go today to reclaim his crown and attempt...
I see. Madame, please rest assured, everything is still on schedule.
Zuria! Zuria! We've retreated!
Paimon, everyone, have you really?
Yes, but the coronation ceremony still hasn't taken place.
Wonderful! How wonderful! Thelxie, my child, are you hearing this?
And the last page of the picture book.
Right, the picture book.
Don't worry, Thelxie and his friends all know it.
Okay.
At last, Thelxie and his friends were able to drive off the final invading monsters and achieve a dashing victory. Their success was complete, and
The water imps, finally returning to their homes, showered the prince with love and applause as he greeted them. They once again offered their precious shells to the prince and reconstructed the Rainbow Bridge of old. As he watched the scene unfold, the prince could not help but be touched by its beauty.
moved by everyone's happiness, the prince stepped onto the Rainbow Bridge and took a good look at all the friends who had gone on the journey with him. There stood the traveler, Goddess Paimon, Fremine. Huh? Where's the last person? The prince looked frantically around, but could not find the person he wanted to see most. At that moment,
the prince could not hold back his tears. He recognized then that the mysterious person that had been by his side the whole time was... Zuria walked across the bridge and placed the crown above the prince's head. She smiled down upon him as she said, "My prince, my king, you shall never, ever need to feel lonely."
That's the end of the story, Zuria.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am so sorry, my child. Maman should have... Mama.
What's happening? Is Zuri attacking?
Quick, put on my diving helmet. There's a transcription module in it.
Mama loves you too.
But I love you more, Mamo.
What? Did you see something?
Maman, I'm getting a little sleepy. If it's time for bed, can you hum a lullaby to me?
Of course, my dearest child. As long...
Thank you, Maman. Your lullaby has always been my favorite.
My poor darling.
I won't forget, Maman. Good night, Maman.
Traveler, Paimon, you're here.
Fremine! Why did you call us in such a hurry?
Don't worry, it's definitely great news. The Madame came here for a visit just now with her. She said she'd like to return to the court to continue hosting the art exhibit. But this time, she'll work. Of course, Thelxie's fantastic adventures and the guidance therapy will be included in the exhibit as well. She'd like to use her...
Wonderful! So it wasn't bad news after all.
Mm-hmm. Here.
But this is her son's...
Don't worry, it's just a copy.
Alright, then there's no problem. It feels good knowing we've contributed to something important. Paimon definitely didn't
Paimon, do you know what the Madame said? She said that at the moment when she placed the crown on Thelxie's head, she also said that was when she was finally able to bid farewell to her son.
Oh, really?
Perhaps. But if fantasy is just fantasy, and the fantasy world is not real, then how could it still...
But what else can...
A descent of the fairy tale world into the real world. At that... You saw it too.
What? That can't be what...
Yes. I suppose... I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be able to see something beautiful and experience a miracle for themselves.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
We should prepare while we can, then make a preemptive strike against the enemy. We should prepare while we can, then make a preemptive strike against the enemy.
Better than nothing.
Every course of action has its risks. Be careful.
We'll need more where that came from. Better than nothing.
Let's take a moment to rest and plan our next move. Let's take a moment to rest and plan our next move. Every course of action has its risks. Be careful. We should prepare while we can, then make a preemptive strike against the enemy. Every course of action has its risks. Be careful. Let's take a moment to rest and plan our next move. Let's take a moment to rest and plan our next move.